Yes, it is that deep. It is that deep because God took it to be deep. Hello, everyone. You're welcome to another episode on the Inside Life and Godliness channel. This is going to be a very short video. Let me just give us an insight into what we're going to further discuss next week. Now, when we hear certain discussions, such as it is not that deep, it is that deep. Many a times we try to simplify things and we try to, let's say, imply that things are not as heavy as they are, especially because we are in the end times. So, if the reality has not dawned on you that we're in the end times, then you need to sit down and look at every doctrine and every false teaching that is flying and the number of false prophets that we have on deck. World is becoming more and more innovative. The world is becoming more and more crafty, especially with the idea and the concept of sin. And beyond even being more creative, sin is becoming very, very subtle. So, brother, Christian sister, churches, doctrines, you'll be like, oh, it's not that deep. It's not as deep. Why are you making it seem as though it is that deep? It's not that deep. So we downplay the effect of what somebody is doing, or we downplay the effect of an action, when in fact it is that deep, when in fact it has been recorded in scripture as signs of the end time, when in fact the devil is trying through the art of subtlety to win the souls of men, to grasp the hearts of men and to turn men away from God. And one of the ways that the devil does subtle things is that he does not necessarily have to present a total lie. All he has to do is to mix some lies and some truths. So you'll be hearing a lie and a truth. And when you hear the truth, you're like, oh, this person is saying the truth. But then after the truth comes the lie. And so you're not really convinced as to whether this person is genuine or whether this person is fake, or whether this thing that is being done is good or whether this thing that is being done is bad. And that's the power of subtlety. That's the power of deception, that you're never truly convinced that, oh, this is good or this is bad. A lot of gray areas. Now, to be honest, in our own context, these gray areas and this subtlety and this deception has come in form of balance. I remember seeing a comment, I remember seeing a post where somebody was like, in our bid to balance things, let us not balance our ways into hellfire. And it is true, because we try to balance fornication, we balance it into hellfire. We try to balance adultery or idolatry rather, and we balance ourselves into hellfire. So, is it that deep? Is that music that deep? Is that art that deep? Is that sin that deep? Yes, it is that deep. It is that deep because God took it to be deep. In the Old Testament, God didn't play with sin. Sin was sin, and sin was so deep for the Lord. And so, the way the Lord hated sin was the way He wanted us to hate sin. But we'll talk about this brother in the next episode, and we'll talk about the essence of the words and the sentences Jesus always said when he said, watch and pray. Watch and pray, watch and pray, and why he always emphasized on being watchful and following it up steadfastly with praying. Till next time, it is that deep. Bye.